Welcome to Marketecture, where you can get smart fast with in-depth interviews of leading technology vendors. I'm Eric Seufert, and I'm here with Nimrod Zuta, the SVP of Product at ironSource. Nimrod, how are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks you. I'm excited to be here.
So today we're talking about ironSource. ironSource is a large company with a number of business units. We're going to primarily be talking about ironSource's LevelPlay product. So let's talk product. What does LevelPlay do? How does it work exactly?
Okay, so maybe I'll start from the from the beginning, if it's okay, for what the problem that we're trying to solve with LevelPlay.
Perfect.
And yes, so the problem eventually is that you have your app, right, and you like to monetize with ads. And in the mobile ecosystem, the best option is to use kind of like SDKs, right? So you integrate an SDK of an ad network out there, and you start gather money, and you kind of like you get revenue, and you have impressions, fill rates, CPMs, many other metrics. But eventually you find out that one SDK is not enough, and there are many out there. So the idea is to increase competition, as well as making sure that you have 100% fill rate, meaning that each and every ad opportunity for you can be filled with an impression, and even further that with the highest paying impression. And this is where LevelPlay comes in. And there are like two, I'll say, three main fronts for the product. One of them is the SDK side of things, in which LevelPlay has a single SDK in which the developers integrate and interact with. And then it can add additional SDK network by simply drag and drop them, or using other dependency managers to add them into the project, while the value on that part is that the publisher, the developers themselves, don't need to interact with each one of those SDKs directly and integrate with them. There is no standardization today in the market with respect to how ads SDK APIs are structured, meaning that for each and every SDK you need to read integration docs and build the thing to make it work. And we, like at LevelPlay, simply do everything behind the scenes. You integrate only with the LevelPlay API. You can load the ads, you can show them whatever you like, and behind the scenes we take care of all the integration with the different SDKs. So that's one angle, which I believe is fairly significant. It's on the tech side, the app itself. The second layer is actually the dashboard, right? So we provide developers with a unified one dashboard in which they can manage their actually ad stack, right? So they can set up those networks, credentials. They can see revenue from all the networks, make sure that they understand their earnings, and they can also clearly manage different decisions making around how they like to manage their monetization stack. Do they run to, for example, to have their own direct sold campaign? They can set it up, they can run cross promotion, they can segment their users, slice and dice data, run A/B tests across different setups. And behind the scenes, and that's the third angle, we have the LevelPlay kind of like server, which manage the auction and decision making in real time. I'll touch on that quickly. So historically, the mediation space within the mobile ecosystem was mainly driven by SDKs with kind of like a single line item and price, which will later on evolve into many line items that the publishers are managing those in the waterfall, right, from high to low. And in the past 3 years, we are in the process to transition into kind of like a unified auction, what like the industry name today is like mobile ads in a bidding, which is more or less the same concept that the industry known from the web on the ad bidding front, which actually makes an auction in real time, and the highest price is winning. So LevelPlay help you run that behind the scenes in a combination with the waterfall, because we are, as I shared earlier, we are in a kind of like transition period. So the industry is yet into fully bidding. So it's kind of like a hybrid between traditional waterfall with line item and instances in a predefined prices that are competing with a real-time auction over the impression.